Okay. Hello, everybody. I am Chloe. This is Word Stitch. I have no idea why my cats are so disgruntled. My computer made a beep, but it was like a meh, like it wasn't anything intense. And then the cats are like, "I'm going to glare at you for the next 10 minutes because of it." It looks like they're finally chilling out. Anyways, this is Word Stitch. Thank you for joining. I don't like where my camera is. Let me just F with my camera a whole bunch. Don't mind me. I am by myself today. Sandy is prepping for the baby surgery tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes well with that. And we get Sandy back soon and everything is happy with her baby. But in the meantime, the show absolutely goes on. I don't know what I'm working on today. This is really funny. Was like, I was working on book covers earlier today, and at 3:30, I realized that I had like a weird thing that I had to address. My initial plan for how to do this book cover wasn't working right, so I thought, man, it's already 3:30. I can't believe how late it is. Ken's gonna be home soon, and then as soon as I thought that, I was like, oh, shit, I've got a show today. I completely forgot that there was a show today. So this almost didn't happen, but we're doing it. we're gonna we're gonna start with a 10-minute sprint in a couple of minutes here, and then we'll go from there, see what happens. I might go to my other format. I know that down at the bottom I have a format listed there. Excuse me, don't mind this. I'm not doing anything. Everything's fine. Anyways, I've got my schedule below. I might not follow that schedule though, because if it is just me, I don't think I'm going to be rambling for that long between breaks. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the standard 10 that I start every show with, and then we're probably going to be pretty flexible today, with the like 5 to 10 minutes in between 20-minute sprints. I'm probably going to be working on this book cover. I finished up a proofread yesterday. So I have a book that I did like format and get out to ARC readers, but I also really want to have my back matter updated for a while. So I set up a pre-order for the next thing I'm going to be working on that it hasn't even been started, but I made the cover for it today. It is absolutely of my like ridiculous book cover series, the Candy for Demons series. They all have ridiculous covers. This is by far the most ridiculous cover. Hey, Courtney. Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I forgot when I made the book cover that like this is it's a novella and it's a standalone, but it's also like it can be used as a starting point for the series. So I probably should have had a more to market cover. I did it. I have a watermelon that's carved like a jack-o'-lantern. Yes, it is a steamy romance. It's fine. But yeah, so I did that. And now I'm debating, I was working on this other cover for this other book, but maybe I'll wait on that because I kind of didn't want to get that book out until I'd already started the alien romance. So, actually releasing those. So maybe I just don't even need to be working on covers anymore and I can start working on the formatting. So, that's what I'm going to be doing in the next, in my first sprint. Hey, Spence, hope you're doing well today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our first sprint going. We are going to start with a 10, and let's get that in the stream. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go for 10 minutes, and then, excuse me, we will see what happens from there. Okay, that is time. Let me know how y'all did. Let me know what you're working on. my my brilliant plan for what to do in that 10 minutes was to update back matter. I've got this whole flipping list of things that I need to get done by the end of the month, which is what, 10 days? Not even 8 days away? 9, whatever that math is. Very soon. I've got a book and a series to format. I've got to get those on an ARC site. I have to get a rough draft of something that I'm aiming to be between 10 and 20,000 written. I have to update all of my back matter. And I have a book that was taken out of Kindle Unlimited a month ago to go wide, and then I never put it wide. So I have to format it for wide distribution because I distribute via Smashwords. And Smashwords is very particular about how you format it. A lot of people hate that about Smashwords. I don't mind it. It's kind of nice. You learn how to actually make a table of contents instead of having to deal with what Word or Google Docs or whatever generates for you. And not that what they generate is bad, but it's still nice to have that skill. And it's nice to like get a better, it taught me a lot better how to use styles. So I enjoy following their style guide, and I'm not going to mind doing it, but it takes a while, and I just haven't done it yet. It also needs to be formatted for paperback, because a reader pointed out to me the other day, well, why do you have the first book in this series in paperback and you don't have the second one? And I'm like, oh, because nobody ever bought the first book's paperback, so I didn't think I was going to need to. I thought everybody just hated the series, whatever. So I've got those two things to format. I had that book cover that I did today. And then there was that debate about whether I'm going to do the other book cover. I'm not going to. I'm just going to accept that, like, I am going to have to update my back matter pretty soon. And that's okay. Also, if I didn't say hello to you, pronoun hello. Anyways, so my plan for that last sprint was to format the paperback format the ebook for the book that I finished proofreading this morning. However, that of course goes into the back matter that needs to be updated. I can update it in that book and that be the starting point. It wasn't a bad system, except I still haven't, like, I submitted the book that I needed to add to my back matter, that next book in my Demon series. I submitted that to Amazon, the pre-order, so that I could get the link to put in my back matter. It hasn't been cleared yet, so I don't have that link yet. It doesn't mean anything that's not been cleared yet. It normally takes a few hours. I submitted it probably around noon today. So, and it's 4:20 here in Atlanta. So it's fine. I just was dumb. So what I'm actually doing, and this is my fresh hell right now, I'm going to start formatting a series. I've never done this before. It is a bit daunting. It is even more daunting because the series has 4 books in it, and one of the books is separated into 2 parts, which isn't anything. It just means that I've got an extra layer of headings, except that means that heading 1 and all of my other books in this series is the chapter titles. Heading 1 in this book is the part 1 and part 2, and heading 2 is the chapters. And I don't know, like, I can't change the styles, I can't change what that heading means in the middle of it. So I don't know. I don't know if I can be lazy and just use the exact same style for my parts and for my chapters and just wing it because I'm going to have page break. So as long as it looks okay, it looks okay. I don't know. The alternative is that I literally have to go through and change every single header in the first 3 books. And all of this is reliant on the fact that I'm hoping that using title style will work in separating these, because if I need H1 to be the title for each divide in this book because it's a series, that means that I automatically have to change literally every single one of my header styles because I need head 1 designated for the title pages. So that is why I didn't want to start on this. I wanted to start on the relatively easier, just formatting a book, but that's okay. I'm going to take it as something to be relieved about when I get done with it. Okay, let's go ahead and do our next sprint. I am going to go ahead and stick with my rise and write / night write schedule. We're going to do 20-minute sprints today. Since it's just me, it's going to go a little bit easier if I'm just doing my 20 minutes. Pronoun, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work that it's not even the fact that it's a lot of work that bothers me. It's the fact that I don't know how it's going to actually act when I get it done. So I might be doing a lot of work just to read you a lot of work. But that lot of work starts now. Okay, that is time. Let me know what you guys did. So that 20 minutes, I did make some progress. However, that progress was the copyright page. So here's what happened. Again, or for the first time, for those of you who tuned in during that sprint, I am formatting a series, a anthology for the first time, and for an ebook. And I was like, I know that things get real hinky on copyright pages in traditionally published books. I want to make sure that I have. I mean, I don't even. It's a copyright page. It turns out that they're not nearly as critical as we were taught they were. Those of us who went to school 20 to 40 years ago. But so I was like, well, I do want it to at least look proper. So I wasn't sure what the proper procedure was in an ebook. I happen to have a couple anthologies in my Kindle app right now. And I was like, well, let me look at those. Both of them were anthologies that I picked up in BookBub. They were BookBub deals sometime the last couple of weeks. That they happen to be in Kindle Unlimited. Just a tip for anybody who is in Kindle Unlimited, but also does pick things up in BookBub. If it's a freebie, but that book is in Kindle Unlimited, you should read it in Kindle Unlimited, because that way the author still gets royalties. They're not going to get any other royalties if they're doing a freebie on BookBub. They are praying that people are going to like their book enough that they will buy more books. That's how BookBub works. Anyways, so it's also really difficult to get into BookBub. You normally need like a substantial amount of reviews. You need to be pretty well vetted. Things need to be pretty professional with your book. So I thought, oh, these two are from BookBub. They'll be good sources for this copyright page, because they don't just let anybody have a BookBub deal. One of the books didn't even have a copyright page. One of them didn't have a copyright page, and the other one just had like copyright 2018, which is when the thing came out, and a list of the books that is in it, that are in it. It does say that it's published by a company, as opposed to being self-published, but a lot of those companies are just an author's LLC. It does go as far as to have its ISBN code, though. And that, I mean, I feel like most self-published authors don't bother to include that, but it still looked really hinky to me. So what I ended up doing was grabbing the 3 anthologies that I have on my bookshelf that's right there. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. My Roald Dahl omnibus. These are not the children's books. These are his publications from his short stories from, I'm blanking on who he published them with. The New Yorker and Playboy. Roald Dahl wrote adult stuff. It's fun. It's creepy. It's, if you've ever watched the movie 4 Rooms, it is the bet about chopping the guy's finger off is one of Roald Dahl's. Also, he goes into the killing the husband and cooking his body and feeding it to the cops who are investigating. So I highly recommend Roald Dahl's Omnibus if you like those creepy, crazy short stories. And finally, I got The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide. 5 complete novels and 1 story. So I used all of these. I used a bit of information from all of these to put my copyright page together. All of them are formatted just slightly differently, though. And of course, all of them have like the whole Library of Congress nonsense and all of that. That doesn't apply to me. Um, and of course, so like the Roald Dahl one, I can only get so much information from because they are short stories from publications. So that is a little different than what I was looking for. Although it did confirm something for me. I don't remember what it was. Um, but that, and then the issue with the two big guys that are actually the closest to what I have is this one's is a bit shorter. I relied mostly on this, except for like weird punctuation stuff. But also there's an issue with both of these that like every book in these series have been published 875,000 times. So the pages are a lot longer than mine, but I finally got a copyright page that I am happy with. So now, because everything has to be an issue for me, now I have the question of how do I format these pages? So that's what the next 20 minutes is going to be. Let's go ahead and get the next 20 minutes started now. There we go. I will see you guys at, let's see, 5:09. All right. I mean, I made a little progress. This was less good progress. First of all, because I discovered I've had to reformat my computer a few times recently. And was flipping between computers and all of that while that was going on. Basically I had a hard drive die and it took a couple tries to get everything to work right. So I'm missing really basic fonts. So right off the bat, I had to go find those basic fonts. And then had the disappointing news that yes, I can't do what I wanted to with the headings. I'm gonna have to redo. Jesus, her tail freaked me out for a second. I thought it was a paw swinging up to get me. Anyways, so I have to redo all of my headings. The good news is that I figured it out early on. Hopefully it's not going to take me forever to do. I'm just going to have to sift through line by line, not line by line, but every single heading in this, I am going to have to switch to another heading. It's okay. Also, looking back up to the past, I see that Pronoun did some editing and made some sweet tea, and Courtney did some vlog editing and put a sweet potato in the oven. That is exciting. And by that, I mean I love sweet potatoes, and I don't have them nearly as often. I've been eating them a little bit more lately because potatoes have been weird. I usually do red potatoes, and I don't know if it's just more fallout from COVID or what, but the red potato crops, the bags have been going bad really fast lately. So, so that was so I've been doing more sweet potatoes. Pronoun. Sandy is doing well. She was back for a few weeks. We did have her back for a few weeks. But her baby's surgery is tomorrow, which is great news. And initially, it sounded like it was going to be either an immediate thing or a year down the road thing. And instead, they're at 4 months. Is that 4 months? Yes, the baby is 4 months and is having the surgery now. So she's not here because of that, but she is doing well. She is exhausted. She is getting nothing done. Like most first-time mothers, she had dreams of doing amazing things directly after having the baby, and nothing. She gets nothing done. But that's having a baby, right? That's what I've been told, at least. So yeah, but she should be back. I believe she's going to take next week off as well, and then she will be back after that. And I am excited to have her back. So I have some direction for my words. As evidenced by right now, I have no direction for my words. Courtney just burned the hell out of her hand. I am so sorry. And I like that you acknowledge the typo in this when really I thought it was just a fun, sweet way of editing for profanity, because we never fucking swear on this station. But yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you're doing okay. And yeah, we're all hoping for her. She's excuse me. What the deal is with Sandy's baby? She is in a group 4, because there's a group for everything now, which is a good thing. That wasn't a criticism, but it's good that she has a group of other parents who have children with the same medical issue. And unfortunately, there were 2 babies that were born. One was a week before hers and one was a week after hers, and neither of them are doing well right now. And I feel like that's a little bit of extra stress for Sandy. Her baby is doing fantastic. Biggest problem is the poor thing is constipated all the time. But overall, the baby is doing really well. So I hope I hope that's good tidings for her, because this whole, I guess I was like, I don't know if I could talk about it, but she did literally publish an infertility memoir. So I guess it is a fair game that she struggled for years to have a baby. And then this one had this like massive medical issue. So God, I hope that like the surgery goes well, and in another few months, like she's just gonna have a completely normal baby. Yeah. Um, Courtney, yes, hello is a cute censor for hell. It's really funny for me. I censor myself. Obviously, like I don't have any problem swearing, but I also just, it's funny, like uh, the more it is what is the right word for it? Not expletive, but like the more startled I am for why I said it, if it's not like in my flow of conversation, but like if I say it because I'm surprised, I almost always censor it. But when I swear, it's almost never um, fucking damn it, or anything like that. It's usually either God bless America or Hachi Machi, and I have no idea why. When I'm not thinking about it, I can't swear. I love to swear. Anyways, let's go ahead and do our next sprint. Another 20. It's 5:17. So we're going to go to, what is that, 5:37? So that is perfect. We will sprint until 5:37, and then we'll have just enough time to squeeze in one more sprint. So you guys go get to work, and I'm going to cross my fingers that I actually can work this time. Please? There we go. Okay, that is time. Let me know how you guys did. I did okay that sprint. I made a small, really dumb error at the beginning. Like I said, I ultimately did have to change every single heading. I had to bump like every damn heading down. And I forgot that I actually needed to bump everything 2 headings down because, again, that initial issue of the fact that one of my books has parts in it, and those are their own heading as well. So, like in that book, they're set as heading 1, which in every other book, the chapters are set as heading 1. And of course, your chapters are formatted differently than your parts are. So I already had to bump everything down 1 because of the titles needing their own heading. So I got heading 2 all like perfectly formatted to be my chapters, and then I was like, that's not my chapters either, that's the damn parts. So I fixed that, got it working, and I got the first 2 books formatted. So I'm in the middle of the 3rd book, and thankfully, past me, I don't remember doing this. I remember recently reformatting one of these books because I wanted to see if something was going to look right on the Kindle. And since these books don't move that much, I figured that they were a good one to mess around with. Unfortunately, with Amazon, they don't let you. Like, there is a preview mode when you upload your books to see what your book is going to look like on a Kindle. It has no settings on it. So you can't tell what's going to happen if somebody switches their screen to black, to night mode or dark mode, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't tell you or doesn't show you what it's going to look like if people put their stuff in a larger font. If they change their font, pretty much everybody changes their font. It's something that I noticed really bad because I do read in dark mode with the dyslexia font. So I notice immediately like all of these things that don't look quite right. And there's no way to mess around with that with their little tester thing. You can technically put the book on your Kindle yourself, except you upload EPUBs to Amazon. If I remember correctly, I always upload EPUBs to Amazon, and Amazon converts them to Mobies, which is their format. So if you were to put it on your reader yourself, you would have to convert it to Mobi yourself. And if your converter is different than theirs, that's also going to look different. I don't know. It's funny. I never really thought about that. But I also don't usually convert to Mobi. Also, it's kind of a pain in the ass to upload things to your Kindle if you don't have a Kindle. And by that, I mean, I know that sounds really smart ass, but by that, I mean, if your Kindle is your phone, you're just using the Kindle app, I think it's easy if you're using an iPhone. I don't use iPhones. And so for this, it's this really weird, you have to like go into the directory and install it that way, and then like restart. Sometimes you have to restart your entire damn phone to get it to appear. So it's a big hassle. And it was actually easier on that day for me to just like reformat the entire thing and upload it to Amazon. And when they sent me the notification telling me that the update had been approved, I just opened it. And I got myself a couple cents out of it too, because I have Kindle Unlimited. And I don't know if it makes any difference, but the account that my Kindle Unlimited is on is not the same account that I sell my books on. So every time I use Kindle Unlimited to look at my books, I get a couple pennies. Oh my God. Oh, so the whole point of that, sorry, I was like, I told that story. I don't think I ever actually went where I was supposed to. So I thought I had done this to one book. I thought I had done it to two books, but that one of them was like a first round that didn't work out right. And the second time it did not, the second time it worked differently. So I tried it twice. And I thought I tried it with two different files. It turned out I had at one point been really clever and updated the entire series so that this moment would be easier. So pronoun, if you're talking about the Kindle app, like I said, I don't have an actual Kindle, so I don't know how it works. If you're talking about the app, though, yes. Certainly, they are designed differently, but they function the same way. It's the only major difference is, again, they use different file formats. Playbook uses EPUB, I believe. Yes. Yes, because Playbooks is always an option when I open an EPUB on my phone. So Playbooks uses EPUB, Kindle uses Mobi. Kindle is the only one who uses Mobi. It's proprietary to Amazon. But yeah, the app itself works roughly the same way. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really think to any different other than like, of course, the layout is different. And the search engine sucks pretty bad on Kindle. So it typically spits you right back into the Amazon. It'll just spit you right back over to your Amazon app most of the time. But yeah, they work about the same. Okay. Oh yeah. You can also do PDFs. That is also an option. Every flipping time I download like a restaurant menu, it's like, do you want to open it in Playbooks? No. No. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our final sprint. It is that time. I don't know why I went for the mute button first. That wasn't what I should have gone for first. Anyways, let's get this last sprint going. We're going to go for 20 one more time because we're doing my morning. Excuse me, my morning setup. For tomorrow, really quick before we do this, for tomorrow, my morning show is going to be at 10 a.m. I had massive sleep issues this past weekend. So I just wasn't risking it when I set it up because last week I had massive sleep issues all week. So I just canceled the show last Tuesday. This Tuesday, I'm going to do it at 10 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. Hopefully it'll just be this Tuesday and I'll be feeling better for the following week and I can go back to 8 a.m. But so my schedule for the rest of the week is Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 10 a.m. and Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then tomorrow on my Twitch channel, I believe Sako and I are having a Bob Ross off at 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's go ahead and sprint though. Okay. One of those moments of perfect timing, the moment I finished formatting this whole thing, I got a notification from Amazon that my pre-order had been approved. So I can now go through and format everything. But even better news, I think I got this to work right. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to send it to ARC readers and hopefully they won't notice anything really messed up with it. But I'm going to try to get that out tonight, I think, which actually puts me slightly ahead of schedule. Sort of. I don't know. But yeah, so I got done a thing today. Now, I say that. However, I haven't actually formatted it yet, right? Like I formatted it in the doc, but I haven't converted it. That was the right word, converted. I formatted, but didn't convert. So we'll see what happens. The other thing is this book ended up being 160,000 words, which I feel great about because my plan had been to my plan had been to put this all in a paperback as a compilation. So have it out as this as opposed to a whole bunch of little books. So because like the first book in the series is only 25,000 words, and I feel like if I'm gonna have to sell that book, if I'm gonna have to sell a book that's 25,000 words for like $6-7 to make a profit, I would rather sell all 4 books for like $15. And it's a better deal for readers, and I feel better about it. And then I've got like a compilation book. So we'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm having a weird glitch going on right now. That's okay. But overall, I think I got this to work. I think I'm happy about this. I think for some reason, this thing is arguing with me, but that's okay. So that's everything for today. Again, I'll be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. instead of the usual 8 a.m. And then hopefully tomorrow evening, Sako and I will be on this channel and also on my Twitch channel doing a Bob Ross off. We'll see what happens. You guys all have a great day, and I will see you